Welcome back to Southern Unscripted, where we share a little heart, a little hustle, and a lot of laughs. I am super excited about today's episode. I'm bringing a dear friend of mine on, Shay. Welcome.
Hi,
I'm
thank you
so
for having
happy you're
me.
here.
Thank you.
So Shay, we met in a networking group, and I'm not even gonna lie. Whenever I first saw you, I think you're like me, like you're introvert extrovert. Like
Yes.
you're not gonna go out of your way to say hi. So I thought, oh man, she's bitchy.
Gosh, why does everybody say
But
that?
everyone says that about me too. And
Yeah.
so, but when I first like had an interaction with you, I scheduled a one-on-one because I was like, I need to know about her. And we vibed immediately.
Yep.
We ended up going to the wrong place and talked on the phone
Isn't that
instead of
funny?
that is crazy, but, I'm not from here, so
That just goes to show you our kind of relationship. I mean, we were set
but
to be somewhere at the same time and
and
we
then
ended up in the same place, different locations.
right, and then when I saw you after that phone call of this different locations, it was like we clicked
Yeah.
immediately. And then I ended up inviting you to the Mardi Gras ball back home.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Oh my gosh, that was so random. I mean, we just picked up and we're like, hey, we're heading to Louisiana
For a Mardi Gras
for a
ball.
Mardi Gras ball. I mean, I've never even been to Louisiana
It was wild.
yet, Mardi Gras. So that was a whole new
I
experience
wanna
for
know
me.
your, like, real input on that.
It was honestly really fun and crazy. I mean, I
It was a
don't
lot to
think
take in.
it was a lot, but gosh, everybody's energy was just, I mean, so different. Everybody was just having a good time from the morning it started till
Yeah.
literally late at night. Everybody was just going,
That's
going,
Mardi
going,
Gras for
going.
you. It is a whole day.
It is, yeah.
I remember somebody threw up by our table, and we just you don't remember that? And, like,
No.
someone threw up by our table, and so every few seconds, we would just get a whiff of, like, in the air.
Wow.
Yeah, and then there was a point where we were like, "Let's get out of here," and I think we went to the Waffle House or IHOP or
Yes.
something,
Yes.
and then called it a night.
Yes. I remember partial.
But anyway, so then that night, we got even closer, and it's really been tight ever since.
Yeah.
So let's get more into you. So what people don't know about you is you are the owner of a roofing company called Roof Republic here in Houston and surrounding areas. And yeah, she's a girl and owns a roofing company. And I just, it's empowering to know that she is um, thriving in such a male dominant industry, and, like, you do it with your chest out, like, you do it with, like and the education and the knowledge that you bring, like, I learned so much about roofing that I didn't know. That way and now I know if anybody needs a roofer, I'm like, "Oh, well, I know the
Yeah.
best," because they're not gonna put you some old bullshit.
Yeah.
So tell me more about that. How did you even get into roofing?
So I got into it. It was honestly really random. My ex and I split up and he kicked us out.
Oh,
And I was single momming it up. And my friends at the time, her boyfriend had a roofing company. And she's like, hey, just for extra income, do you want to sell roofs? I'm like, as long as I'm not getting up there or doing whatever, I'll do it. Because all it takes is really just talking to people. And I just really needed to make more money for me and Eli. And I got into roofing and I ended up loving it. I was able to be a mom.
yeah.
There was times where I'm sitting here working from 4 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. And I had a babysitter, I had a nanny. Like I was physically and mentally tired.
Yeah.
I was freaking tired. And I got into roofing, and my kid was in my car with me while I went door knocking. He went to homeowners' houses with me while I was filing contracts, picking up money during build days. He was able to come with me. So, just the ability to be a mom and have that flexible freedom that I didn't have before in my career was the golden ticket for me. And that's when I left my career and jumped into roofing full time.
That's so crazy to me that you weren't even looking to be a roofer. You knew nothing about roofs. You literally
Nothing,
were just a hungry mom that needed to provide. And
literally.
I love that. And then it turns out roofing was totally supposed to be your thing.
Yeah.
Um, so what? in like this industry, what's the biggest challenge? What was the biggest challenge to get where you are? Like you started as Roof Republic and or did that evolve
No, so
somehow?
I was in roofing, I wanna say about good 5, 6 years before I opened up Roof Republic. I company hopped a lot. I was with maybe 5 different companies in Houston, maybe 6. None of them were right. They were doing things without integrity. They were messing roofs up and calling it damage, um, lying and stealing, just a lot of disgusting things that I saw. And the last company that I was with, I mean, I was bleeding that company. I wanted nothing but to find a home, a home that I can grow.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting fired from that company because I had a play date with his wife. And he called me while I was at a homeowner's house and he's like, "Hey, you're done. I found out you hung out with his wife and I want my business and my personal life separate." So
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
"What the fudge? Am I being punked? Like, am I literally being punked? Like, is there cameras around?" And he ended up firing me. And, that I drive off hate and fuel, and that literally pissed me off. And whenever he fired me, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this way better. Went to my mom, asked for money. She turned me down. Went to my stepdad at the time they literally just got married, not even 2 months, but I had nobody else to ask for money.
Yeah.
And he lent me $5,000. So with those 5 grand, I was able to do, small little repairs. Then I worked for my website for a week. Then I was able to, produce door hangers. Then I was able to make business cards. And I stretched those $5,000 to, okay, finally I could do one roof replacement. And then I was able to do two. And then I was able to do three. And then, it just started growing from there.
I love that. You're just a person that's driven. Like when you say you're going to do something, you're going to do something.
Hmm.
I kind of drive on hate too. I'm like, you know what? Fuck them.
Yeah.
I'm going to show them
Yeah.
because everybody's going to talk no matter what. They're going to hate
Always.
on you no matter what.
Always.
I feel like even whenever you start, I don't want to say climbing the ladder because we're not like in corporate America or anything, but when you start, climbing and you starting to see progress,
Yeah.
that's when you get the most hate. And even from the ones that are like closest to you, it's freaking crazy.
It is, especially in this industry, I am going against men all the time. And especially being pretty in this industry, I mean, I've been told that I belong in the kitchen, so I have to prove myself 10 times every single day. Every time I show up to my homeowner's house, you got me and then you got the other roofer. They look at that other guy and they're like, "Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing." But then they look at me and then they're like, "Oh, are you just the office girl? Are you the admin girl? Are you here dropping something off?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, so it's just every single
What's your
day.
response usually whenever you get that? When you get on a job and they're like, "Oh, are you the front desk lady?"
I said, "No, I'm the owner of the company. How can I help?" Just how yesterday somebody called the office line and I answered and they said, "Hey, can I speak to somebody who knows roofing?" I'm like, "Well, yes, I would love to help you." But there's just this thing nowadays where, women shouldn't be in construction. They don't know. That's why I'm so big in education because I've had to educate myself so much more than these guys have to just showing up saying, "Hey, I know what I know how to do the job," versus,
So it's something I talked about on my last episode is um the access that we have to like YouTube University and
Mhm.
you can literally teach yourself anything. Did you teach yourself everything or have you like went to workshops or went to conferences?
Yep, I went to a lot of workshops on sales training, whether it's selling solar or pest control. I've took a lot of those trainings and implemented into roofing. I also been to a lot of plants. So wherever I get my shingles from are plants. I have one here in Houston and one in Irving. And our plants are where shingles are made. So I go and actually watch how shingles are being produced.
I love
So
that
I
you're
like to touch it.
involved.
I like to
Yes.
feel it. I'm very huge on what product I install because I don't install bullshit crap. So,
Please
yeah.
don't go check my roof because it's probably bullshit crap. So Back to the men. What is like the craziest thing a man has ever said with you just being in the industry? Like something that I don't know, because if I was a man, which I know I don't think like men, but if I was a man and there's this beautiful woman who is thriving in a roofing company, I would be intimidated. I would never let her feel that way, but I would be like, because
Mhm,
this is in society a man's job.
mhm.
Um, so yeah, what's the craziest thing a man has ever done or treated you, or maybe the craziest request, like, for you to do something for them, maybe?
I will say a lot of men in this, especially in construction, are disgusting.
They're not just in construction. Men are
Their
disgusting.
men are disgusting, and I will say that they take friendliness and try and twist it into their own, which is, and especially, believe it or not, married men
Mhm.
are even more gross, where they don't have boundaries. And, it's just one of those things where you have to set it in place and let him know what's up because I don't tolerate that crap. And I will let a wife know what's up real quick.
Yeah, that's crazy you say that because it's very often like when you're on social media trying to grow your business, you're a beautiful woman and you have men following you. Men are inappropriate. They're inappropriate on social media and they don't know how to be. So, like for me, I struggle with trusting men. Men
Mhm.
will slide in my DM and they're even being kind. They're
Yeah.
asking, they'll, instead of liking my post, they will slide in my DM and say, man, you're killing it. Not anything inappropriate over
Yeah.
the line, but for me, it's so hard to trust a man
I
because you
agree.
never know if they're like fishing to
Exactly.
flirt to see if you
Yeah.
would cross the line because obviously they know that I'm married. And
Exactly.
so I get that often. I never know how to trust men. And some men are trustworthy,
Yeah.
but 85% of them are not.
No, I mean, I have some guys that slide into my DMs and they're like, "Hey, my roof is messed up. Come check it out." I'm not gonna sit here and entertain a DM. If you need a roof inspection, call our
Call.
office line,
Yeah.
and we'll get you taken care of. But don't slide in my DMs, tell me, "Oh, hey, my roof is damaged." That's an automatic no.
And what's crazy is um, even if we were single, the pickup lines that they use would
Like,
never
stop.
be something that I would go
At
after.
all, at
Like,
all.
you're failing at this
Grow up.
horribly,
Mhm.
horribly
And then you wonder why you're 40 years old single,
on social
still
media
living with your
behind.
mama.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Um, okay, so being in a man's world, do you ever feel like men will try to treat you less than or undermine the knowledge and the work
Oh,
that you
yeah,
do?
absolutely. I mean, I have hate from men that are 50 something years old. I've been in business for over 30 plus years. But,
That's crazy.
you know, it's weird to me because I'm not that kind of person. There's enough jobs for everybody in this world. There's enough roofs for everybody in this world. But there's some people that are so intimidated and, got to
And
show
you
them
just
up.
walk up with like a little smile, like, how
Absolutely.
can I help? Happy to
Absolutely.
serve you. And then you
Kill
probably
them
get in
with
your truck and you're
kindness,
like, them
man.
fucking men.
Absolutely. All the time.
I love that. Yeah, it's kind of like a fake it till you make it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here and I'm going to show up. That's so crazy you say that because um, back home when I had healthy cafes, it was like there's there's something that will make your business thrive when you have good customer service.
Yeah.
I believe in the customer is always right, even if they're wrong. Like that's just how you have to serve it. You're gonna have a situation where it's just like, I'm gonna draw the line in the
Yeah.
sand here. But whenever you have good customer service, your business will thrive. I don't even know where I was going with that, to be honest. Just because you had mentioned um how inappropriate
Mhm.
men are whenever you show up
Yeah.
to the job. Okay, so you're engaged.
Mhm.
What is what is it like? Because obviously Nick
Mhm.
helps with the company. I don't know if he's a partner owner. I don't want to get the stats wrong. Okay, so What is it like with him being on your side when you are a beautiful woman in a male industry? Does he ever, I guess not get offended, but like get angry because maybe someone will mistreat you because you are a woman, especially a man?
Um, you know, to be honest, being in it for 8 years now, we sorta just now laugh at it.
Yeah.
We literally sit there and laugh at
Take it
it.
with a grain of
We
salt.
take it with a grain of salt, and then, at the end of the day, they're just haters, and haters
Kind
make
of,
us
kind of like it's
famous.
almost expected at this point. It's almost
Exactly.
expected.
We're just LOL.
Has he ever had to step in and be like checking someone?
You know what? He has not, only because I will check somebody real fucking quick.
He doesn't need
So
to.
he doesn't really need to, unless, they're sitting here talking about Roof Republic or whatever. Like,
He'll step in.
he'll step in, but usually,
Or if you say, babe, then he'll be like, okay, no
yeah,
problem.
I'll tell you, hey, Nick, I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
And then, he kind of takes.
Do you not always tell him some of the interactions because you know it'll probably piss him off?
No, honestly, we tell each other everything. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
Whenever I started Roof Republic, so he was also working at the company with me. And right after I got fired, I told Nick, I said, I'm going to need you to do something and I'm going to need you to trust me. And he's like, what? He's like, I need you to quit. So he quit his job and we've been running Roof Republic ever since. So
8 years, you said?
yes.
Wow.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So he usually does all our field. So he handles all our field trainings, pretty much all the door knocking with all the guys. He can sell a sock to a homeless person. I can run a business and turn $5 into $5,000. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how,
Y'all each have a skill.
we each have a skill and we
and a
implement it.
strength.
Yep,
And you don't step over toes.
exactly.
I love that.
Yep.
I always tell my husband that he'd be good at some of the things I do because he really has some strengths that I don't have, and vice versa. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up with a hot seat round. I'm gonna ask you 10 questions, and I
Okay.
don't want you to like ponder or think about them too hard.
Okay.
Some of these are fun, some might get you stumped, but I want you to answer them as fast as you can.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Hot seat, hard hat or high heels?
Hard hat.
Most what the fuck thing a guy has ever said to you on a job site?
That booty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pick one. Tequila, sweet tea, or Red Bull?
Red Bull.
The last thing you Googled.
Oh, turtles having sex.
Oh my God. What's the prettiest thing? What's the pettiest thing you ghosted someone for?
Gosh, what's the pettiest thing I've
And
ghosted
be
someone
honest,
for?
because
Hold on.
sometimes I'll be a little petty bitch too.
You know what? I think I needed an appointment for like this lash, and she didn't message me at a certain time. I'm like, you know what, bitch? I'm just gonna go somewhere else.
And you did.
And I did.
What's more stressful, a leaking roof or a man with commitment issues?
Oh, wow. A man with commitment issues.
Really?
I feel like.
Leaking roof. Ever fired someone for being annoying?
Not fully annoying.
They had other reasons.
More,
too,
yeah.
But then the icing on the cake was like, you're fucking annoying too, so bye.
And it's like annoyingness, and whenever you can't literally do something yourself and you need your hand held 24/7. That's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah. Kinda. What's the most underrated badass woman skill you've got?
What's the most underrated badass woman skill I got?
Yeah. This is probably a hard one because you have some pretty badass skills.
Damn. I feel like, I don't know, I could say I'm a tough bitch though. I feel like I could take some
Throw some
beating.
hands.
Yeah, I can throw some hands too. Yeah, I'd say that. I try and not let things get to me because my anger will get the best of me and I will fuck you up real quick.
Yeah, I kind of understand that. I've been working and healing, okay?
I'm in therapy, okay?
What's your toxic trait on a group trip?
My toxic trait on a group trip.
Yeah.
On a group trip, I would say I'm always like ready to go. I want to go to the dance. I want to go do this. I can't chill. No.
Okay.
I can't.
And then the last one, finish this sentence. Being a woman in construction is like.
Being a woman in construction is like, okay, so have you ever sent somebody like a long, very detailed message and then they respond with, okay,
Or this.
or that? That's what it feels like working with men. It's
oh my God.
like that.
So it would be being a woman in construction is like.
Exactly.
Okay, I love you. All right, I love that hot seat round. That was so much fun.
That was fun.
Okay, so do you want to share your social medias? She's on TikTok. They have a killer TikTok, and even Nick, her
Yep.
business partner, fiance, they do educational on TikTok. I love education.
Yes.
Everyone like teaching people the true
Yes.
value of a good roof. A lot of
Exactly.
people don't even know what they don't know, so they don't know
Yep.
what to look for.
And
I love that.
And whether it's a homeowner like you, or somebody working at a different company that's not teaching you the right way on how to do things, because even the small things as literally doing a tarp,
Yeah.
something so simple, 90% of these people around here can't even do that. They're
Right.
supposed to flash it. And yeah, that's for literally anybody to just tune in to Roofing Done Right University and just log in and do things the right way.
Is that on YouTube?
It is on YouTube.
And then TikTok.
Yep. Roof Republic.
On TikTok.
Yep,
Roof
on
Republic
Roof Republic.
TikTok. And then what's the YouTube again? Sorry.
Roofing Done Right University.
All right. Yes. So make sure y'all go follow her and she'll share you some good, knowledgeable tips
Yep.
on roofing. And be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Spotify, and then iPodcast. Thank you for coming. You're
Thank
my
you,
first
Sarah.
interview, and I'm so happy it was you. Like, you made me
Yay.
feel so comfortable. And tune in. I keep saying next week, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this every week because it's a lot.
It is hard.
It's so much.
Yeah.
So maybe every other week, every 3 weeks. Just watch me when I post
Yeah.
it. I'm not really sure how much because it's so much work, and I do have a life and I do work.
Exactly. And kids.
Yes, all
And a
the things.
business.
And a husband who's like the
Mhm.
biggest kid. All right. See y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.